Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that day. We've absolutely killed it yesterday and today, up $1,000 on the day. And we started the morning off strong. It was up about $300, $200, and then as soon as the market opens, we actually went up to $1,000 at about 7:30 a.m. California time, and then we peaked at 9:35 at $1,400 in our account, almost up to 52K. But then we went back down. The markets reacted a little bit poorly in the last hour of trading, but we're going to go over a few different stocks. So let's get right into the video. So first up, we have AMC down 5%, and everyone wants me to talk about this stock. So let's talk about it. Now, in the last week, they're up 26%, and that's primarily from yesterday's trading day. They went up very, very high in 1 day's time, around 25%. In 1 day, they were at $33 per share. Now, it looks like they're heading back down to the support that they set themselves around that $33 mark. So it'll be interesting to see if AMC just keeps bleeding out and goes past the support down to around $25 or $15 a share, or if it surges to new all-time highs. Personally, I think it's going to bleed out a little bit. You can see the volume is huge, 150 million on the volume. Wow. So after that, let's talk about NIO, which is a great long-term hold, but they're up about 6% on the day, 8% in the past week, and they're about flat in the past month. But in the last 3 months, they've gained some steam, up 28% and 247% in the last year. So they're pretty much like a roller coaster. Nobody knows what's really going on with NIO, but there's a hard support right around that $35 mark. So between $40 and $35, I think, is a great place to buy NIO, especially if you're a long-term holder. Anything under $40 is a great place to buy. So you can see I have 20 shares at an average cost of $40 per share, about $1,000 of market value, and we're up around 16% on that, 1.8% of my portfolio diversity. So if it goes below $40, that's when I'll be buying, and I'm looking to sell right around $55 to $60 per share. Now, other than that, everyone wants me to talk about GE because they're going to be going through a reversed stock split, right? So they're up around 9% from lows. So if you're buying right around $11, $12 a share, you're definitely up pretty good. This is one that we've been running options on and making a lot of money on options. So whenever it's at that support right around $12.80, I think it's a great place to buy because they typically bounce off that support very consistently. You can see in the last 3 months, they've basically been following the support. It'll be a little bit easier to trade when the support is very popular like that. Now, other than that, they're going through a reverse stock split, which whenever a company goes through a stock split like NVIDIA, it typically has short-term positive momentum to the stock. It adds the short-term positive momentum to the stock. When a company goes through a stock split, there's a lot of hype around it, and in the past, we have seen it to be a positive factor on stocks. Now, we're going to be jumping around in today's video, but I want to go over Bitcoin a little bit too. Elon Musk, Cathie Wood, Jack Dorsey all hopped on a Zoom call, a podcast meeting. It's online on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it if you want to watch the whole Zoom meeting. It's a really good one. But Elon Musk said a few things in it, and you can actually see Bitcoin rises as Elon Musk says, I might pump, but I don't dump. Ethereum spikes above $2,000 as Musk reveals its holdings. Crypto investors may have taken comfort in assurance by billionaire Elon Musk, who said Wednesday his large personal holdings of Bitcoin meant they had no incentive to encourage a fall in prices, and they cheered his revelation that he personally owns rival digital asset Ethereum. If the price of Bitcoin goes down, I lose money. This is what Elon Musk said. I might pump, but I don't dump. So here you can see Bitcoin was up around 4 or 5% at almost 6% at 32,000, but it's cooling off a little bit now. Ethereum was up around 8% on the day, 7-8%, around to 2,000. But everything is cooling off right now. Stock that we've been buying in the close friends list, SoFi, is actually up 9% on 1 day and 6% on the week. They went down to around $15 per share, which is the prime place to buy them because you can actually see that they have a support right here around $14, $15. And Riot is up 12% on the day too. So it's interesting to see if they're going to be bouncing back to around that $35 mark, which I think is definitely possible. Remember, they were even at 60 something dollars at one point. That's when, Bitcoin was at $60,000. So as Bitcoin continues to rally, I can see stocks like Riot, Mara continuing to rally also. But if Bitcoin loses its steam that it had today and cools off, there's a chance that Riot might actually lose its gains that it had today. Now, I also want to talk about Tesla at $655 a share. It looks like it's forming a descending triangle pattern, as you can see here, and it's in the perfect position for the descending triangle pattern. So my thoughts is that it will definitely go below $600 a share again. And you probably should be holding Tesla for long term anyway, so the short term movements shouldn't really matter unless you're an option trader or something. But it looks like it is going to be going back down to around $600 again. And since it is a descending triangle, it can even go as low as $550 again, based on the technical analysis going on with the short term. However, in the long term, I think Tesla's a stock that can get up to $850 or even higher in the next few years. And let's talk about Nintendo very briefly, and then we'll end the video with an earnings update on Thursday and Friday, go over some stocks that are going to be reporting earnings. So I think Nintendo's a pretty good time to buy. From their all-time high, they're nearly down, 12% or so. Hopefully they will be going a little bit lower, but it looks like they've been bouncing off the support right at $68 per share for almost a year now, and they went as low as $65, $63 a share at one point. But it seems like the popular support is between $70 to $65, which is a great place to buy them. Nintendo's a stock that doesn't move too much, but you're still probably going to get some positive gains year over year. I have 9 shares at an average cost of $69 per share. I definitely want to lower my average cost, and this is one of my more favorite long-term holds. They have a lot of good things going on with the fundamentals for long-term traders. Their balance sheet looks really good. Their income statements look really good. Their PE ratio looks really good. Their 52-week high, 52-week low doesn't fluctuate too much, and it's at a price where $65 is basically in between their 52-week low and 52-week high. So it's a pretty good price point right now. The market cap is huge, and I think that this can go to $100 billion, $150 billion company in the next 3 to 5 years as Nintendo keeps growing. Now, the dividend yield is something to look at too, because this is a 2.2 dividend yield. So in my opinion, this is a good place to park some money. It's not going to be affected too much. It doesn't take huge losses consistently, and you're not going to lose a big portion of your portfolio by putting some money in Nintendo. It's a very safe stock, and it's a long-term hold. Obviously, if you can get in around $50 a share, that is going to be the best place to get in Nintendo for a long-term hold. Now, here are some of the companies reporting earnings on Thursday before opening. On the left, we have AT&T reporting earnings before opening, American Airlines reporting earnings. We have Southwest. We have Alaskan Airlines, so a lot of the airline companies, and AT&T. And then after close, we have Intel, we have Snap, and Twitter. We talked about Snap and Twitter in a video, I think it was 2 videos ago. So if you want an update on Snapchat earnings and Twitter earnings, that's a good watch. It was a good video where we do a deep dive on Snapchat, a deep dive on Twitter. So if you want a deeper dive on those two, definitely recommend that video. And then you have Del Taco, which I made a lot of money on in the past. And then Friday before opening, you have American Express, which is a huge one that's going to be reporting earnings. And this is a safer investment also. It doesn't fluctuate as much. Earnings probably won't affect them too much. And then you have Next Era Energy, which is another big one, Honeywell. So if you guys did appreciate that video and you did like that video, smash a thumbs up on this video, share with a friend, and make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. Please comment below what stocks you want me to talk about next so I can have some ideas and see where the demand is and what stocks people want me to talk about. Here we ended the day up $1,000, but in the last 3 months, we're still up 9.5%, and we're looking to get our gains back to some all-time highs. We are even down on May 13th. To $40,000 and shot up. So if your account is not looking like this and you need a little bit more help in the stock market, go ahead and message me on Instagram. I'm taking a few more students under my wing, showing them what it takes to be successful in the stock market And it's a safer style of trading too. So it's not super risky. You're not going to be risking all your portfolio and money. It's a safer way to invest. And if you're a beginner, it's developed for beginners because there's a lot of easy things that people don't understand or don't know. And I'm here to teach them to you in the most simplistic way. On a step-by-step program so you can see the results very efficiently over time, and you don't have to go and randomly scavenge through a huge library of videos and hope that you're learning everything step by step. This program that I've developed is a step-by-step guide to become successful in the stock market. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.